Welcome to the fourth video tutorial in the iPad Assessor application series. This video tutorial will be on facility auditing. This diagram just shows the application process flow. So by now you should have completed stage 1, which was the install. In the video tutorial 1 we covered the pre-assessment. In video tutorial 2 we looked at hazard identification and risk assessment, and in the third video we looked at access auditing. So in this one we're still in stage 3, assessment, and we'll be doing a facility audit using the iPad Assessor application. So to start the application, we click on the Assessor icon on the desktop of your iPad. And that takes us through to the splash screen of the application. We then click on the Councils button at the top left hand corner, which will bring down our Councils menu. And Test Council is the one we've entered previously, so I'll select that one. And then we get Initial Assessment for the assessment type, which we entered before. Bondi is the beach that we entered, so I'll select that one, and that takes us through to our audits menu. In this video we're going to enter and assess and audit the facilities, so I'll select the third item down, which is facilities, and to add a new facility I hit the edit button and then hit the plus button next to add facility. Now that brings up a menu which is blank at the moment because we haven't added in any facility types. So to add a new facility type we hit the edit button and then the plus button next to add new item, and we select that, and that brings up the facility type text box, and we type in a facility type. So a facility type would be things like an amenities block, a toilet block, a shower, a park bench, a picnic table, things like that. I also sort of locate and audit existing signage in the facilities, so I'd put that in here as well. But for this one, why don't we put in outdoor shower, or just shower, and to save it I select done, and then I hit done again to get rid of the minus button, and then I can touch that one to select it, and then I hit done again to get rid of the minus buttons on this menu, and then select shower and tap outside the screen to get rid of that menu now. And this is our facilities auditing form. So it's a fairly simple form. There's only 3 more fields to fill in. The first one is the description. So to access that I hit the blue arrow button, and that brings up a description text area, and I just tap inside that to bring up the keyboard, and I'm just going to type in a description of the shower. So a description might be things like a bit of a verbal description of the location, as well as a description of the facility itself. So I might say, outdoor 4-point shower located at the southern end of the beach, and that's all we have to enter. So to save that I select done. If I made a mistake and I want to edit that area, I just hit the blue arrow again, and that brings that up to be edited, but I'm happy with that, so I'll hit done again. Now the next thing we want to do is mark the location of the facility. So if we're getting an accurate reading from the GPS, we can just hit the mark button, but if we want to either check the location or maybe move the pin to a more accurate location, we can select drop pin. So I'll just hit the drop pin one, and I want to move this pin not from where I am now, but I want to move it over to closer to Bondi. So I tap it once, that brings up the drag me window If I tap it again and hold it, I can drag it across closer to Bondi Beach. And I zoom in and drag it over here. And zoom in a bit closer. I might switch to satellite view now. And tap it and drag it. And we'll just put it in there. And when I'm happy with that, I hit done to save. And that locks that coordinate away. And the last thing to do is add a photo. And I can either use the camera button here to access the camera on the iPad, which I would do if I was in the field, but I'm not, so I'm going to use the camera roll, and I'm just going to select a photo. Select that one, hit done, and we're good. So if I wanted to add another photo, I'd just repeat that process, but I'm happy with that. So what we might do now is I'll show you how to add another facility, but this time we'll use the copy feature. So if I hit edit, that brings up the add facility menu. I hit the plus button next to it again to add a new one, and it brings up that facility type menu. So I've got new, I can add a new one, but if I want to copy one that I've already done, I hit the copy button and it shows me all the facilities that are already entered. If I hit the shower one that we just entered, it then puts a copy of that shower into the facilities menu. Now I know it's a copy because it's got an asterisk at the start of it, so I'll just hit done to get rid of the minus buttons and the add facility option, and then I'll select the copied shower with the asterisk, and that brings up the facility screen again. Now because it's a different facility, I might want to change the facility type, so edit, add new item. This one might be a picnic table. Hit done, and that puts that into our menu, and I'll just select that one. I'll put in a new description, picnic table at the southern end of the beach. Full stop. Hit done to save. Reposition the pin. So it might be in the, put it there in the park. Hit done, and then the last thing we want to do is add a photo. And we'll just add that photo. Hit done, and that's it. So we've just added two facilities. One new one and one we copied from a previous entry, and that's how we audit facilities. So we'll just go back to the start screen by using the navigation buttons at the top left hand corner of the screen. So back to the audits, back to the beach, back to assessment, and finally back to council, and we'll tap outside to get rid of the menu, and that's the end of this video tutorial.